Thank you, GP sir, for raising the expectations and sharing so much of nice compliments to me. The story that I am going to talk about is based on our implementation experience. What I personally believe is that HR is a line function. People generally say that HR is a support function or a facilitation function, although I believe it is a facilitator. For that matter, any leader is a facilitator or any function is a HR facilitator. But I personally feel very strongly that, which I advocate, that HR is a line function. If you do not believe HR is a line function, you can't really drive initiatives in the same manner the business initiatives get driven. So this is one approach that we have taken in the organization that I work for now as heading human resource. Is a leader in the logistics and courier and distribution sector. We had a lot of good, what we call background in terms of culture and values, setting the right leadership context in terms of grooming and developing and growing people from within. But when we move to the next phase of growth, especially when we are growing to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and e-commerce segment, which is the growth engine for our sector, then what more we need to do? How do we deepen the existing initiatives that we do? And how do we create a very sustainable leadership pipeline which is acceptable? And I firmly believe that we should not just copycat, and we should not use jargons, and we should not use something which has worked for someone but has not worked for you. So therefore, HR should really assess properly what the organization and the people needs, and should not fix something which has not broken. So we should try to do something, try to build on something which is probably working good in the organization, and their ability to assess is the typical, is the real strength of good HR leadership. So first task that any good HR leaders to build a vision for leadership development is to first to assess what does the organization need, what are the things they have done right, and what more can be really added, and what new you have to do. And those and that direction must be set with a complete, with a very inclusive, very involved, working with the head of the institution, there is the CEO, the managing director, whoever he is, and also the other key stakeholders. So once that is set up, then probably whatever you want to work will work smooth. I have seen in my, I have experienced in my earlier experiences and some of the initiatives that we had launched, when there are differences. Some of the initiatives we launched in my earlier assignments, but we did it because HR wanted to drive it, maybe the head of the institution supported it, but later on I heard that many of the 2-3 very critical leadership programs that they had started no more are there before it took root. So therefore, the what we call the top management involvement, and HR has to understand that, and has to work with them very closely and ensure that there are absolutely no differences in terms of anything that you want to do. So that is the first thing, and that must have an integration with your strategies, with your vision, values of the organization. And unless you integrate them with the vision and values of the organizations, again that conflict will come at some point of time, and it will be very difficult to really drive that. And coming back to the some of the elements that probably has helped us to shape this direction of creating a pipeline for future is some of the cultural systems, cultural values that were embedded in the organizations right from the day one when the organization was set up. So therefore, there was a culture of growing people from within, and there was a high ownership of line people in mentoring. So that probably helped, and therefore I have put these slides. And then you know what I'm trying to emphasize here is that the HR plans and the strategy that we build in any organizations must also articulate very clearly the philosophies and approach of developing leaders, so that you are absolutely clear that developing leaders is not a one-time exercise. It is there as part of your organizational vision. It is part of your DNA of top leadership. It is part of your HR plan and strategy. So that is how we have tried to build that. Now I'll talk about some of the very concrete or very very visible initiatives that we have done over last 2-3 years to give a very concrete shape. Let me admit that it has not really lot of work still needs to be done, but I personally feel that when we talk to our various stakeholders and take direct feedback from the people, I feel that probably it is moving in the right direction that we intended to do.